Welcome to the big finale of this Rome 2 Total War 2v2 Siege tournament. We are here at last, hosted by OBG. $600 prize pool, and we have finally made it. Our two finalists are here. Many matches in pool play. They had to get through the semi-finals as well. There was a group of 16 pool play, a group of 8 pool play. It's been crazy the amount of games these players have had to play through. I've covered probably like 1% of them on the OBG channel. Remember, if you want to take part in future events like this, check out the Discord linked down below. $600 prize pool in total. First place is $250. Second place is $130, and that's what both of these teams are doing here. We've got one game with attackers and defenders, and then they swap it round for the next one to keep it fair. Whew, let's begin. So, we've got the double Rome in this one, which I like as well. The terrible twosome of Rome. As one of the Roman factions, I don't actually know which one, we have Graikos. As the other Roman faction, we have Haggai. They're representing the team Graikos the Cook. Over here, as Taras. I'm assuming that's the dark red one. Great, red, red and red. Okay, that's done a bit easy for me. We have Mr. Romantic, also known as J-Barbs. And in dark green here, we have the boy, played by Berry. And their team is Parthia's Finest. So that's Graikos the Cook versus Parthia's Finest. Who's gonna win? I've got no idea. Balance of power is even. Yellow and blue here on their banners is, so the attackers is yellow on the balance of power bar. In case anyone was going to get confused. Not much to cover at the start, of course. These siege towers move forwards. They block tower shots, as you can see here. The shots coming from the tower are hitting the tower. They use it as their own portable wall. The rams move forwards as well. They make a breach with this settlement, this tower here. Very difficult to hold onto as the defender, so usually we see them pull back. This is going to be very easy to neutralise. They've destroyed this tower here via the giant ballista back there, and then they just drop their siege towers, and now any archer on this wall cannot do any damage at all to the units that are stood here, because they of course cannot see them, or at least cannot get a decent shot in. More rams moving forwards. We've got the defender here, the boy. They're ready at this tower, but I think they're going to give it up quite easily. It's just Levi Freeman they've got out here. And in charge is Rome, the Latin tribesmen. So I think one is Republican Rome, and whoa, where is he going? And I think the other is like the Empire of Rome. I think that's how it splits for different factions. So yeah, this is early Rome here, so we're going to see more Triarii, Principes Hastati, whereas the other one is more veteran legionaries and stuff like that. That being said, they still have Hastati as well, so... Ooh, this time is mostly Triarii. Interesting choice. And yeah, so they're moving their rams forwards. What we see on this map is they make a very large breach here in the wall to allow a lot of movability. Is that a word? Movability? Nah, I'll say it is. It's close enough to a word. Into the city. This gatehouse here is also very easy to neutralise, as is this tower. But then the problem is for the attacker, they can quite easily find themselves stuck here, where the defender can hit them, sort of from 3 different sides potentially. The attacker could also come down this way, but again they'll be hit from multiple sides, the wall as well, and from here, so yeah, there's some sticky points in here. The nearest other gatehouses are here. This one probably doesn't do much because players don't usually go down this route. Attackers usually go this way. And then there's the gatehouse here. They've made a breach here, interesting. They might have wanted to charge through, but I think there's going to be some units there. We can't see all of them, of course, due to the fog of war. And there is a tower here as well. This is a difficult tower to capture, because the defender could quite easily just station some troops here, which they have to cut through. Whereas over here, you can't really like block all of these different choke points up, which makes this tower and this gatehouse easy to capture. They're still fiddling around with this ram. What is going on here with these attackers? Greitgor, Haggai, what are you doing? You're losing loads of men. It's only Latin tribesmen, so it's alright. It is the cannon fodder unit, so it doesn't matter too much, but I think they're struggling here. Maybe some glitch or something. Or maybe they attacked the ram, so now they've got to like reposition it. I don't know what's going on, but they appear to be struggling. Also with this map, only one plaza in the centre here, that's it. It's quite a small map, small and concise. But remember, size isn't everything. But by golly, it does help. Alright, there we go. The first Romans are entering the city, and yet, as we can see, the defenders, they're pulling back. They don't want really anything to do with this tower here. They know it's going to get neutralised, so there's no point holding it. And they know now it's going to get captured as well, so there's no point standing here. These Celtic slingers, 82 kills. Most of those would have been shooting at Latin tribesmen, so it's not too valuable, as they're shooting at the trash. What are these at? These are at 54 kills, these Greek slingers here. And there, I am sure, getting some kills against the Hastati. Not that many. Yeah, the Hastati seem to be holding out quite well. Big square shields. Usually very helpful. They're not getting many kills against them. Again, the kills that they have already got, likely against Latin tribesmen, just cannon fodder, so it's not actually anything too impressive. They've actually captured this gatehouse here, have the attackers, but both towers have been destroyed, meaning they cannot use them in their favour. Archer unit up here to deal with. I'll probably put a Hastati unit on the wall here to deal with those archers. And yeah, they can't really flee anywhere, can they? No, their only way down now is here because of this breach being cut. Ooh, return archer fire coming from the Romans there. Forcing their slingers back. Yeah, so up here, this is a potential good hold point for the defenders. You can fire loads of arrows in down these little nooks and crannies, but they're fighting back are the Romans. They had superior firepower there and forced them back. Interesting. So other times we've seen this map, we've not seen them get to the gatehouse like this easily. So the next point of defence for the defenders is the high ground and choke point caused by the stairs. And then same again here with tower support. And you can put a load of units here as well, which is going to make it very difficult, which means as they push, this tower can constantly shoot back at them. So really the only point to push for is this way for the attackers now. Or I guess this way, but players never push this way. This is an interesting push point as well, because the Sol Plaza is right here. It is literally very nearby. So they could quite easily, if the defenders don't pay attention, get an easy neutralisation here. These defenders do have to be careful. Mr. Romantic and Berry. They've got to be careful here. This could go very bad in their favour. Very bad in their favour. What a line, that makes no sense at all. You know what I mean, it could go bad. So they've snuck into this little crevice here, and they are now charging out, and I think it's now that the battle is finally officially beginning. This unit here, it's been cut off. It is a cheap cannon fodder unit, but they have been cut off all the same, and they're on 0 kills and they've lost over 100 men already. Not a good start for those Romans. Not good. Not good at all. The defenders, yes, they're in a great position here. As I said, you can just hold these choke points down and they can't do anything. They cannot get close to this tower at all. So this tower is going to constantly be shooting this way for the entire game, killing so many Romans throughout. That is going to be very helpful for the defenders. What the attackers actually need to do, big push round here, through this breach, massive push here, neutralise this, bring a siege tower round as well, dock it here, try to neutralise this tower. You need to throw everything into this tower. If you do, the defenders have no advantage. If you don't, this is going to destroy most of your men. And these gatehouses are going to do the same if you push this way as well. And I think these guys are finally breaking, those Greek slingers there. Yeah, due to arrow fire. This is a waste of arrow fire in my opinion. These archers are better shooting at other units. It's a melee, it's a missile unit. On the wall, it's trapped. Just send a Hastati up there, that can deal with it easily. It's like your Rome. Early battle. You have spare infantry in reserve that you could just send up there and get the 3 kills quite easily. So I think that was a waste of ammo by them. And yeah, most of the fighting I think is going to happen here now, as the Evercati cohort trying to push forwards, whilst constantly being shot at by the tower. Not a good position for the attackers to be in, but I like what the defenders have done here. They've completely given up the front, usually, that's a worrying sign, but here, it works. All they have to do is maintain this tower, which means not only do you need secure infantry there on the choke point, you need them here as well. And maybe even on the walls, just in case they bring a siege tower round. And they've got it. Okay, the Fog of War is revealing that they have this. They've got a hoplite formation set up. That's going to be difficult for Rome to break. And this tower, in the meantime, shooting from all directions. Look at that, getting kills almost every single shot. I'm curious to see how many kills this tower gets. Sadly we can't, but I'm guessing it's going to be in the hundreds here, if Rome doesn't do anything about it. And this is in the hundreds against elite quality troops as well. So Rome, they need to be careful. The missile skirmish is continuing over here. The slingers trying to get some hits in, and yeah, then they return fire as well. What are the other Romans going to do? Are they going to push up this way at any point? I think they've got to at some point. And at some point, surely you'd push round this way as well. It's like you don't want to force yourself into this tower combat all game, do you? Surely not. Yeah, the Romans, once they saw that hoplite unit, they're like, nah, that's not for us. We're not going to push yet. We'll wait and see what happens first. But in the meantime, this tower, it's going to get so many kills. Oh, it's going to be brutal. And they're not even bringing siege towers either as well. You need more units over here, Rome. The boy have an army out here. Not an army. A small squad of slingers, I should call them. All the hoplites charging out, trying to engage from outside of the city. Fighting them in the back there. That's a very good flank that they got. I think they would have been better on the defensive though, in my opinion. Just keep them back there in formation, but every player has their preference, and the Greek slingers are here fighting in melee as well, getting absolutely butchered. I think he's like the final one. Can he kill a legion? Can he do it? He'll be a hero if he can. Everyone else just ignoring him. His hoplite buddies are here to help him out. He took a nasty smack to the face, but he's somehow... Oh, he's dead. Let's see how these hoplites do. Ooh, so this cohort here lost 100 men, 50 kills. The hoplites lost 10 men, 95 kills. Already in this early on, they're going to break this unit as well. We've got another hoplite unit charging out here, a completely fresh one, and another one as well. Oh, they're just scaring the Romans away. The Romans are in full flight over here. Their cavalry's out of here as well. The Sociequites. That Roman unit broke. They're all being shot at by the tower as well, which is not going to be good for their morale. Well done to the defenders. You know what, it was looking a bit shaky when they started losing the front line, but now it's looking good. And what I like as well is, Rome has a good hold here on these two towers, this gatehouse, but they destroyed them right at the start. Right off the bat they destroyed the towers. Oh, that's unfortunate. So now these towers could potentially, throughout this game, have been firing onto the defenders' troops, but no, they're not, because the attackers destroyed them. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, and Rome completely abandoned the push on this side. Here's tactical view if you want to see it. And yeah, they're never done a breakthrough here, I don't think. when they have tower support and archers, or slingers rather, on the walls as well. Again, it's like, if Rome is going to push this way and only this way, all the defenders need to do is keep this tower firing and they're going to win it. That's it. That's all they need to do to win this. And that's all they're doing. And we know they've got layers of hoplites back here as well. They've got layers here. It's never gonna fall. Balance of power still even though. I think what they really need to do is go all in, push this way. If they're not gonna get on the walls here to mess around with this tower, just push the centre, go for the plaza, and push down here as well, try flank round. We've seen it work before. Check the third place playoff and what heavy cavalry can do on this map. That being said though, Rome doesn't have heavy cavalry and the defenders have quite a few spearmen nearby. Greek hoplites, it's not something you'd want cavalry for, so maybe it won't work the same way, but it's the same idea. Coming round here is very good for the attackers. What else is going on? So yeah, Legion's fighting here. It looks like they're gonna push forwards a bit. They're starting to realise now that they're not gonna break through this. They're really trying with those javelins. They're getting some kills, but it's not gonna be enough. The hoplites trying to hold on. They've been flanked a little bit on the side here, but they should be alright. Yeah, reinforcements come in just to clean it up a little bit. Ooh, they take a nasty beating though. Do the green units there. The Celtic warriors. Yeah, they seem to get massacred there if I saw that correctly. Interesting. And they're going to continue the push to buy time for the mercenary Spartan hoplites. These are Spartans. Spartans holding a choke point. Why do you think you can break this with regular infantry? Especially when they've got tower support and missile support. And even air superiority. No, I'm joking. So they're backing down again from pushing this way. They don't want to do it, but I think they've got to do it. Anything is better than this tower push. Anything at all. What is the range on this tower? Struggling to see. Because there's so many lines on the screen. It's not this line, I don't think. I don't think it's loading in. So, for example... Wait, why can't I see the towers? The range on the towers in this? Is it bugged? And I'm pressing down spacebar. I think it's bugged actually. For some reason we can't see the range of the towers. Ah, typical Rome 2. Do all sides still have their general? I believe so. I'd be very surprised if the general's died yet. Nah, no one's died. So the Roman generals are back here, not providing a morale boost for their troops. The Tarentine, or yeah, the general of Taras is here on the front line. He's safe and he's got good cover, but he's near his troops, which I like. Good for morale. I can't see the boy general. Where is the big boy? I can't see him. The Scorpions on 46 kills. The Ballista got 33 kills, but it was mostly aiming at the towers. And yeah, this tower here still shooting. Still sniping those Romans. I love it. Yeah, but this is what Rome needs to do. You need to push through into the centre here. And you need a lot more weight with it as well. I don't think there's any other way, but then again, it's like you're fighting hoplites in a choke point. It's a difficult one to push in all regards. That swordsman there fighting for his life. So 1v1 duel, never mind, he's dead. Forming Testudo to try and break through this, and then the hoplites push onto them, getting very aggressive there, smashing that Testudo formation wide open, messing up the Roman legionary formation. Have they somehow flanked... Oh no, that's Triarii. I thought that was another hoplite unit that had flanked around. But no, the Triarii are here. Yeah, that legion's been messed up. And they've got more units around here as well. The swordsmen trying to sneak through to fight these Triarii. I think in theory swordsmen should have the advantage, but I don't know how rock, paper, scissors round 2 actually is. Is it more rock, paper, scissors or more raw stat based? I don't really know. Anything? Oh, we might have a little push round this way. Are they going to try it again? It was an absolute massacre for them last time. They've got their Triarii here, which do look really cool, by the way. I love their helmets. And I love the shield designs on them as well. Especially that one. So many pretty cool... Oh, the one next to it. That's the best, that's the best. The bull is good. The black one's a bit dull. The white ones look a bit too medieval for me, I think. It doesn't look Roman in any way at all. To be honest, quite a lot of these don't look Roman in any way at all. Oh well. But yeah, they're not pushing through this way yet. Still, tower shots coming through here. Do towers get friendly fire? Is that a thing? I think we've seen it happen a few times. Yeah, so it's not like perfect for the defenders. But I'm sure they're fairly accurate as towers go. And Rome's pulling back from the centre as well. It's like they just can't break through anywhere, and we can see this as well by the balance of power. It's now about 55 to 60% in favour of the defenders. Oh, they got some nice javelins in there. And they're now... Oh, never mind, most of them infantry. Oh, it's not Rome's day today. They got a nice flank in here though. Yeah, this hoplite unit really needs to realise what's going on, and you really need to click over there to attack. No push happening here yet. No push happening here. They're still trying to push here. Is it mostly Roman bodies? Difficult to tell, but I think it probably is. Quick tactical map view. Yeah, remember, the defenders, Verdun also have troops back here in reserve as well. We can only see the full army of the attackers. There we go, the hoplites sorted themselves out. Let's have a little zoom in here. Triarii versus sword followers. Oh, he's like doing a 1v10 against these Triarii. Managed to get a kill. Fighting veterans now as well, or whatever. Whatever. Evercati cohort. I thought they were veteran legionaries, got killed. How are these two gonna do? It's a 2v2 little duel here. Ah, the swordsman are pulling back. He's staying to fight a bit longer, and the reinforcements come in with the charge. Have they done to cut these two guys down? I bet they are. Yeah, I think what are these? Earthsworn, they should do a good job. He's cut down his buddy, he saw that, he's now terrified, he's on his own, 1v4, another Roman's trying to get to him. He's about to get cut down there, and yeah, he's dead. He's now got to fill up his spot in the battle. He's probably going to get cut down at this point. I think the Romans are pulling back, and he gets cut down, but probably should have pulled back. This guy's now surrounded. He's going to get stabbed in the back, yep, and another one's gone. The Earthsworn pulling out, and a new unit's charging in. A new fresh unit getting back charging there onto the Triarii. And this Triarii is not only fighting these swordsmen, they're also fighting the hoplites as well, so they are technically fighting on two fronts, which is going to have a debuff. Yeah, that Triarii going to get absolutely slaughtered there, completely cut down. Roman generals, I think, are still outside of the city. Nope, this one's had to come forwards now. It's a Triarii general. All generals are still alive. Yep. They've actually moved out... Oh, nah, never mind. I thought the defenders had moved outside, but no, that's the Triarii from earlier. Have they moved this way yet? No. It looks wide open. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure. Yeah, we're starting to see some units here, so it's not wide open. But yeah, they're still pushing this way. Surely not. They're still trying to push this way. Still getting in range of this tower here. Is it? Where's this tower shooting? Right, just shooting that way. They're now charging outside to hit this Triarii. Same as they did before with the hoplites, and they could bring a few more troops out here. If I was the defenders, I'd bring another one round, and then another round there, just to like destroy them with numbers, actually wipe this unit out fairly easily. This Triarii, 4 kills, 4 losses. This hoplite, 31 kills, 15 losses. Right, so right now this little fight's going fairly equal, but the swordsman reinforcements have arrived. The Roman reinforcements I don't think will get here in time. And even if they do, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. At this stage. Just give up on this tower, I think. I think it's too late. Triarii, yep, fairly balanced. 10 deaths, 10 kills. They're doing okay. They're in a square formation because they know they're about to get flanked. These guys here are to probably not charge for Triarii then. They're probably to try and counter this one. Rome has cav nearby as well. I don't see any cavalry for the defenders, but there's the boy general. And this hoplite unit here still holding. They've lost over 100 men, but they're over 200 kills, and they're still fighting, still holding this tree here. Epic. Looks like the defenders are wanting to pull back inside, which makes sense. They don't have the numbers advantage anymore, and they've got cavalry to deal with as well. So yeah, just there's no point being too risky. Sometimes you just got to play it safe, and I think that's what they're now doing. Yeah, pull back inside, play it safe. It's like, in your current position, defenders, you're probably gonna win if they keep on pushing for this tower. And I doubt the attackers are gonna push through here anytime soon, especially when the balance of power is even more against them. The final sword followers here, getting taken out, trying to hold back Rome. They're retreating, probably about to flee. They're charging in over here instead. One final last epic charge. These guys on 226 kills now, and they're still fighting. Incredible hoplite unit, and the reinforcements coming from the boy. They're going to break that Evercarte cohort. I would have stayed in the fight there to try and break it. The hoplites coming through now, and they did break it anyway. Not good for Rome. And that basically saves the flank of this hoplite unit. Yeah, Rome is out of that. So they've realised they can't break through this, so they retreat. But here, no, different story. Just keep on going, just keep sending men in. They're getting kills though, at least. It's like 225 kills on that Triarii. 64 kills on that one. 115 there. The general charges in. Risky move. It's like these guys are getting kills as well. 184 on that hoplite unit. Only 34 on those sword followers, but they've only taken 12 hits. And then we've got a full hoplite unit back here ready to go, with some more Levi spearmen. The Scorpions on 100 kills, probably running out of ammo soon. Oh, what a position. Right on the stairs. I love it. What are they aiming at? Aim and identifier. We can see the dart at least. Come on. Come on, shoot. Shoot. Shoot! Ah. Never mind. I don't think they're gonna fire. Come on, I just want to see what you're aiming at. Ah, they're reloading, they're pulling back. Ah, poo, never mind. Well, that was exciting. Ooh. Defenders pushing this way now. You gotta be careful for that tower though, it can counter fire. Yeah, you gotta be careful of that. The Romans trying to hug the wall. I don't know if this is worth it for the defenders. I think you're okay to just stand in these 3 spots here and surround anything that comes towards you. Where's this one going? Yeah, whilst keeping an eye on this, I think it's going to try to take this gatehouse here. But all the defenders need is just one unit on the walls here, and they should be alright. It's a pretty weak unit. Latin Spearmen, not even half health, 46 men left. Yeah, just like literally anything could beat them at this point, so I don't think it's going to get that far. Oh, did the ballista fire? Where is the dart? Right, it's aiming at these guys, so it's going to get some good kills there, whilst avoiding friendly fire. Yeah, they're having to pull back, they've noticed. Rome is struggling to decide where they're going, but I think they're going into the city now. They seem interested pushing this way. They want to finally take out this tower. They might be able to do it depending on if there's anyone actually in here anymore. The defenders really do need a unit here, and yeah, they've got one, but they're charging out, they're gonna meet them, and Rome instantly pulls back. Balance of power in favour of the defenders. By quite a bit now. The defenders holding really nicely, the attackers can't get anywhere, they're still pushing on that stupid tower. They're not getting anywhere in the middle, they're now trying to push on this right side, but they're not getting anywhere. The defenders, I think, making a mistake on the right though. Ooh, mistake by the defenders. The gatehouse. Oh no. They didn't even capture the gatehouse. They were so close to neutralising the gatehouse. Like another 2 seconds more, if that unit had held out, they would have neutralised it. And then they could have captured it because it would have stopped firing, and then the cav of Rome could get through. And we've seen before in the third place playoff how deadly cavalry in the back of this city can be. But they couldn't even do that because it broke in the final few seconds. Because it was being shot at by the towers, and now the cavalry has to return. Oh, that is tragic. And the defenders are done a reform on this right side now. The tower's still shooting here. There's nothing the attackers can do. I think it is over. Grykos and Haggai, with the double Rome push, tried their best, but I don't think they're gonna do it. Mr. Romantic and Berry, good hold. Very good defensive hold. I liked that one. I do think it's over as well. I don't think the defenders can do anything. It's quite clear that they're getting nowhere. Yeah, this is a sign of desperation. Throwing in the cavalry against the spearmen. Any Romans dead at this point? Any generals dead at this point? I doubt it. Yeah, no generals dead. But some are in combat here and there, so we could see one drop at some point. That cav unit, 26 kills, but it lost 35 men, so that was not worth it. I think it's over for the Romans, and I think the Roman players know it. There's nothing they can do. They're running out of infantry. They've got archers left in reserve, and that's it. They can't make a push anywhere. They're still being shot at by this tower, which I'm so curious about. I'll check the stats at the end and try and do a calculation. This has pretty much been the only tower that has been firing. So I am so curious about that. They're throwing their archers in melee now. They know it. And this is the finals as well, which must be a really heartbreaking loss. And there we go. It's over. Well played, though. Well played. Good game. Let's see the stats say. So, this Roman faction here, nothing really standing out. Some decent infantry kills overall, but that's about it. And then Grykos' Rome, with the Triarii spam. Again, the Triarii just not doing that much. Here, Mr. Romantic, hardly any losses compared to what we usually see, and these hoplites all just dominating. The mercenary Spartans doing well as well, and then from Berry here, fairly even KD. No specific units standing out, but 157 on the ballista. Okay, so these guys here, they got about 3,200 kills. These guys, they lost about 3,800 men, which means that around 600 of their losses were from towers or friendly fire. I don't think we can put that much down to friendly fire. and there was only really one tower firing. Let's say maybe 100 kills friendly fire, maybe another 100 from other towers, but I think I'm pushing it. I can quite confidently say I think that tower, that one tower that they held for the entire game and was shooting for basically the entire game, probably got about 400 kills. I would not be surprised. It could actually even be more as well. Probably pushing 500 maybe. I don't know who wins, but I can confirm that the winner of this battle in this best of 2, because it is a best of 2, not a best of 3, the winner of this battle in this best of 2 will win the tournament. So it all comes down to this. Let's go over the players. So, Graitkos, who was Rome in the last one, is now playing as the Saba on the defensive in the light green. Haggai, who was also Rome in the last one, is now dark green as the boy. Mr. Romantic, who was Taras, the one with all the hoplites in the last one, is now attacking as Carthage. Berry is attacking as Galatia. He was the boy in the last game. Graitkos the Cook defending versus Parthia's Finest. If Parthia's Finest win, they go up 2-0 in this best of 2, so they naturally, of course, get the win. If the defenders hold out, if Graitkos the Cook holds out, it's 1-1 in the best of 2, and then it's decided by kills, and the winner would, from my knowledge, be Graitkos, if Graitkos wins this. I don't know who wins, but all I know is whoever wins this wins the tournament. $250 on the line for first place. Second place, $130. So, quite a lot of money on the line here. And yeah, I think we're going to see a very similar opening, or at least an attempt at it. Yeah, they've already destroyed this one tower here. They're pushing a ram round this way as well. There seems to be a very fixed meta with this map. Oh, maybe not going with the ram that way. They're going to make the breaches here. Being shot at by a lot of towers. Got to be careful of that. But they've moved their siege towers here to block any arrow fire that can come from here onto their troops there, which I think is the play. Yeah, well, they're making that wide breach again. They're going to knock down this part of the gate as well. Of the wall, I should actually say. And they're going to break through that, interesting. And yeah, because this gatehouse is so easy to capture, it's like all you need to do is put one unit in here, and you're going to start capturing it. Again, only one plaza as well. Extra spot right here, close to the front as well. This tower here is also very easy to neutralise, as all you need to do is really have one guy stand here, and it's going to get taken out. What we're doing with that big giant ballista there? Are they taking out the other tower, or are they shooting at the wall? They're shooting at the wall. Oh, they're shooting at the tower. Ooh, I think I know what happened. So I think there's a rule here where once a ram has destroyed a wall, you cannot use it for anything else. I believe that seems to be the rule because that's what we always see. Once the ram has been used fully, you can't use it for anything else. So that ram there did about 80% damage here, and then pulled back. So they're still thinking of using this ram later. So then they thought, well, let's use the ballista and aim at the tower. About 50% of the shots will hit, 50% will miss. But the 50% that miss, some of them are going to miss and hit this wall here, doing the final 20% damage. So that's how they've broken this part of the wall down, making a breach, whilst still keeping the ram as something they can use for later. Because they've pulled it back, I think they plan to use it later. If that is the case, I like that. That's a very smart fiddling of the rules there. And I think it's perfectly fair game as well, if that was in the rules. I hope that is the case. I love stuff like that. The siege towers are now here as well, so if any archer was on the wall, they're going to struggle to really hit anything, as you can see. We've got an archer unit back here. It's not going to do anything for a while, I don't think. At least until the attackers make their big push. Another breach has been made. I think they did the same again, so they did like 80% damage, and then the ballista just took the rest of it out, and now they're pulling this ram back because they want to save it for later. And look at this breach here. These two towers, or this gatehouse and this tower, is so easy to take. Not that you really need to take this gatehouse and neutralise it, because there's no towers there. Like, you're not in a desperate spot at all. The attackers are now charging into the city. They've neutralised this tower, they're going to capture it, and the defenders are pulling back. They're out of here. Are they going to pull back and hold the same lines as the defenders were in the last one? Like here, and then these choke points here, and then these choke points here. Are we going to see a very similar opening startup as the battle that we saw before? I think we are. I think we're going to see a different position. How can the attackers deal with this? They fought against it. Well, they fought with it last time, and they won. But now, how are they going to fight against it? And I don't think just pushing this way is going to work. Surely you cannot make the same mistake that the last team made after just literally watching it. Be funny if I did, but I doubt it. Nah, I think these players, surely they're going to try something else. Surely. And the towers are shooting. Okay, maybe not. They've got a lot of missile units. Getting a load of kills in, I believe. Yeah, 30. Yeah, these are Cretan archers. 34 kills there, 45 kills here, 36 kills there, and it's still early game. Whereas this Celtic Slinger, 0 kills, unit pretty much wiped out. This unit here, 24 kills, and they're about to break. Yeah, that's just the superiority of Cretan archers. I've got a Slinger unit up here as well, which someone needs to send an infantry unit up to go kill. Don't use your archers on that, just send some infantry up there. You've got enough reserves. You should be fine. Okay, the attacker's also pushing a bit more for the middle now. As well, but taking a lot of javelin hits. Throwing a load of javelins as well. We'll see what they do. They're pushing this way, aren't they? And the attackers are losing so many men already doing this. Mostly to the tower. Like these guys here, Sabian swordsmen, they've lost almost 100 men, but they've killed over 100. Doing a really good hold there. With the tower support as well. Cretan archers still getting kills from all the way back there. I've done a push this way. Like, you can't make the same mistake. I think the attackers say, unless you're going to bring a siege tower around and neutralise this tower right, you need to push this way. Push this way as well. I think that's what you got to do. I don't think this push is something that works. Unless the defenders make a mistake. But I don't think they will. That being said, last time, the defenders had Spartans here. And other hoplites with swordsman support. These players don't have that same support. It is two barbarian factions with swords, for the most part. Like, they're not the type to hold down choke points for long periods of time, so that's the only thing for the attackers that I can say might work in their favour. They're not up against the same overly defensive units. And they are shooting their missiles up here as well. And that Slinger unit has neutralised the towers. Not that it means anything, really. Yeah, I don't know why they're not sending infantry up here. You'd think that would be the smarter play. But no, they're not doing it. Even these archers are good. The mercenary Syrian archers of... what faction is it? Galatia. Did I say the team names? Yeah, Berry is playing as Galatia. I might have said Berry is playing as the boy though. If I said that, I got it wrong. He's Galatia. I don't remember saying Galatia though. Right, they are having a push this way, but they're getting onto the wall. Pushing for those archers there, probably wanting to neutralise the gatehouse. Some of them got caught down here. Let's see how these spearmen hold up against these Oathsworn, is it? No, Celtic warriors. Probably not that well. They're going to want to retreat up onto that wall at some point. Yeah, I think they're teleporting them up there. Yeah, getting more units up on that wall. Trying to hold it. But I think they're going to break at some point. Actually, they already have broken. Swordsmen come in to try and reinforce the Galatian swordsmen. I like what I'm seeing, but we're seeing different strategies than before. They're not just pushing for the tower, they're at least trying the other stuff as well, other manoeuvres, and I think, yeah, this is what they want to be doing, I think. They've got reinforcements nearby with missile support as well. They need to do something with these siege towers, I think, also. Like, dock one up here, maybe, bring the others round this way. It's like they're not doing anything here. And you've got the infantrymen in reserve. Come round here, take this gatehouse, and then try and push this way. Yeah, the defenders will put units on the wall to try and hold it, but I think it's better to push this way and neutralise this gatehouse than to push this way against a tower that you can't even touch. And see, the tower's shooting again now at the Carthaginians. Carthage bringing a small squad round this way to try push through here. We've seen that mistake before though, literally in the last one, and the defenders push forwards. And then these guys are going to keep getting hit by the towers. It's a brutal position to be fighting in. Cavalry general nearby to help these Galatians out. They seem to be making a bit of a push. How many kills did this one get? 73 kills, 40 deaths. This one 79 kills, 20 deaths. Whereas the boy here, 19 kills, 60 deaths, 76 kills, 130 deaths. So the boy are struggling. The Galatians are going to cut through this way. And you can see Saba, controlled by Grykos, quickly bringing some reinforcements down, knowing that we really need to hold this choke point here. Because ideally they are going to want the attackers to push this way into the tower, not this way where they can quite easily neutralise the tower and then get deeper into the city and then put pressure onto the plaza from two sides. Potentially 3 sides. And then potentially more. But yeah, we've got a lot of reserve infantry still to use. Balance of power ticking slightly in favour of the attackers here. About 55% to 45%. Although still very close, it means very little. The cavalry, are they coming into the city now, probably? Again, need to do something about those siege towers though. They're pushing around this way as well. They're trying to get into the city, which is, I think, further than the other guys got. At least they're making the push rather than just standing there and waiting for them to push out at you. But yeah, but you've still got a tower to deal with, and it's still shooting them. We're seeing the same mistake as before. And the defenders will lose this battle if they keep making this mistake. So they are relying quite heavily on this push here and breaking through here. These spearmen, I think... No, it's not time yet to push this way. You got to deal with the swordsman as well, so don't go for it yet. I think just stand here for now. What the attackers could do with is an archer up here on the wall, shooting down. That would be helpful. Nothing happening in the centre in this battle. Carthage is starting to break through actually over here, defeating the Saba. Of course, the defenders have more troops nearby. Ooh, being hit by arrows on the side. Oh, that's not good. But again, it's like, what are those troops really going to do? Is it going to be enough? I don't know. They're still holding the tower. The tower's still getting loads and loads of kills. I want to say it's looking better for the attackers because it is looking better, but it's still, I think, going to be in favour of the defenders for the time being. It's like they're still pushing back weight and they're not really making any progress. It's the same mistake as we saw last time. They really need to make a big breakthrough over here if they're going to win it. Unless all the noble cavalry of Carthage are coming in and the defenders mostly have swordsmen, no spearmen, no hoplites. In this city, you need hoplites. It is a Greek city after all, I think. But the cavalry could charge through, and that could actually charge through here and potentially neutralise the tower. If these are a little broken up a bit and fighting the infantry, the cavalry could make it through there, neutralise the tower. Ooh, Eastern Scorpion, almost 200 kills. Impressive. What did the giant ballista get? 96 kills, still good considering most of its ammo went into towers and walls. And it seems the final infantry reserves are pushing forwards now. What do they plan to do with them? Meanwhile, the defenders here, trying to clear them off the walls, but then they push onto the slingers here, which just got into the perfect position, but now they're going to have to pull back. As the defenders come up, and I think they're getting a lot of friendly fire there. Yeah, a few unfortunate kills of friendly fire. No, never mind, sorry, I saw that wrong. That's the Levy Spearmen still retreating. Can the slingers get out of here quick enough? Nah, I think they're going to get caught in melee. Actually, the swordsmen come up. The Galatian swordsmen quickly jumped up the walls there, climbed up, and they engaged from saving the Celtic slingers. That was perfect timing. And now they're in a decent position to get some hits on them. Are they already doing it? Yes. Taking advantage of that high ground. Move more round here as well. Shoot down at them. You can get a load of kills here. These guys on 105 kills. Where are the Cretans? I always like to see them. 153, 109, 60, 177. Yeah, Cretans are OP. Rome 2, Rome 1, Rome Remastered, Warhammer, Cretans are always OP. If Total War creates a fantasy game, Total War Fantasy set in their own universe, it needs OP Cretan archers. I don't care what the theme is, it needs Cretan archers. Okay, so they've charged in the cavalry. They're doing really well over here at cutting down these infantry. Done a break this one as well. I think the attackers might actually break through here with this double push with cav support. Still, I think it's best to just get a siege tower. Move a siege tower around here. I think that's so much simpler, saves so many more lives. But it seems they're pushing through simply by sheer willpower, I think. Better infantry, I think, plays a bigger role in that. Like, Roman infantry, yeah, they're tough, but fighting in a choke point against Spartans and other hoplite units, it's going to be difficult to break through. Here, yeah, Carthaginian infantry aren't as tough as Roman infantry, obviously, but the defence is also a lot weaker. It is swordsmen with shields and axemen in some cases. Not as good as spear hoplites. So 197, 3 more kills and it hits for 200. But I think it's probably out of ammo. Yeah, they don't seem to be firing. Probably out of ammo. Meanwhile, over here, the swordsmen still holding this wall. They've lost 40 men, 112 kills. 156 kills. Galatian swordsmen are very tough. Oh, that's Galatian legionaries. And these defending infantry just can't hold out. They're not as strong as the last infantry that we saw in the last battle. And there's only one unit here holding back 3 units, whilst being hit by arrows, so they're going to break soon. Yeah, they'll break that Carthaginian Gallic warrior unit, but they're going to break soon. These 33 guys aren't going to do anything. They're having to send the next layer of troops in just to hold back Carthage. Carthage is getting close. They've still got enough infantry. They've lost a lot of men to do this though, but it might prove to be worth it if they can take that tower. Meanwhile, over here, still pushing. They're both throwing men on either side in. Let's have a little look on the wall here. Let's see some duels. With the arrow fire as well. Come on. The attackers push in, but the defenders need to hold this. They need to hold this for a while. If the attackers break through here, they're going to kill these archers, take this gatehouse and then they're deep into the city. They need to just hold in their regions, hold here, hold here. Hold in the centre where more fighting has now begun. The Galatian legionaries are pushing here. Hold this tower for as long as possible. It's still getting a lot of kills, this tower. And it seems the attacking troops are starting to thin a bit over here. Which will be a massive waste of men if they never are able to take this tower. But I think they've just got so much more dominant infantry everywhere else. I don't know how much it's going to matter. Oh, for a second they started to neutralise it. But now having to pull back. The defenders, they've got a tight control over here. They should be fine. It got about a third of the way down. A third of the way down. The Celtic slingers getting very close now. They've got to be careful though. They don't want to get trapped in melee over here. Or maybe they do by the looks of things. What are these guys gonna do? Just hold in. Letting their buddies fight for the time being. They're on 2 or 3 kills, 60 losses. Reinforcements come in. That's a lot of kills on these sword followers. That's a very good unit. Having to pull them back now. They are active, meaning they could go tired at some point. So yeah, pull them back, get them ready for another charge, get them back in formation. Maybe, actually, put them on the wall here. Send them up on the wall so that suddenly this unit is fighting on 2 different sides. Fighting, I can't really draw on the wall, but let's say this is the wall here. Then then you've got the attackers here, and then you can push this way and this way. That's a dreadful drawing, that makes no sense at all. Oh, they've neutralised this tower and the attackers are taking it, their cavalry's pushing through, their infantry's broken through. They've broken through. The defenders are routing on this side. Finally they broke through. And that's the importance of having a successful push this way, plus having actual decent infantry, or rather the defenders not having the decent infantry. And with the capture of this tower here, still can't see the arrow ranges. Don't know why that is. I've not pressed like a hotkey button that disables it, have I? Because sometimes I do like click the wrong buttons here and there. Just pressing random hotkeys now, who knows what's going to happen. No, doesn't seem like anything's happened. Oh well. Curious to see what all the Cretans got at the end as well. Oh, that swordsman is breaking. I've got another one up here though that should be able to hold out for the time being. Quick view at tactical map here. Yeah, we can see them breaking through. And now this tower's working for the attackers, so it's going to start shooting at the defenders here. I've got the cavalry nearby as well. Any generals dead? No, it doesn't look like it. No, all generals still fighting. Although this one here, cataphract camels. The cavalry. What did I call them in the last one? Oh yeah, the camelry, because they're camels. It's not cavalry, it's camelry. I'm so funny. Random statue or some random person. Yeah, you don't want your cataphracts getting killed just stood there taking arrow hits though. You gotta be careful of that. So yeah, now the attackers pushing from many different directions now, which is what they want to be doing. They've done a break through the centre here. The defenders have no troops at all. The defenders might be able to hold out over here for the time being. Yeah, it's fairly even on this side, but in the centre it's all about to break. They're desperately trying to pull troops there, but that's weakened from on this side now. Balance of power, even more in favour of the attackers. And they've already won the first game. Can they win the second game on the offensive to guarantee their first place in the finals? Mr. Romantic and Berry, representing Parthia's finest. Can they do it? Their missile units charging up, probably out of ammo now by this point though. The defenders doing really well on this side, actually starting to push them back a bit. They've lost a lot of numbers, but they've gained ground. If that means anything at all. What's happening here? Another unit for the defenders broke in the centre. Carthage easily just able to lock down this side now. We just want to clear out these final few units. And then we can push. The defenders getting a lot of kills on these units, but it's just not enough, and now the Cretan archers on the walls, on the high ground. I gotta see this. I gotta see how many kills these guys can get. If they've got ammo left, that is. Please have ammo left. It looks like they might be out. They're holding their swords. Are they just coming? They're just in a flank. It's a flanking unit instead. You know what? I think that's just as good, to be honest, at this point. When the morale is this low in the battle, just use them as a flanking unit. And yeah, that's going to break them. That Carthaginian Libyan infantry has broken, but they've got reinforcements there to help out. The cataphracts come in from nowhere. Have a massive charge, but it's not going to be enough. They've got so much more infantry to chew through, but cataphracts can be deadly. We've seen it before where, again, the player should not have won, but they're simply won by having cataphracts. Camelfracts, we'll call them. The camel... I gotta stop. The cataphracts pulling back. The Saba general pulling back. He's still alive. Carthage's general still alive. Galatian general still alive. The boy general still alive. But the boy have collapsed over here. The attackers are in. They can break through this way. They can go up this way. They can capture this. Oh, it's all opening up. Quick view at of the tactical map here. Yeah, it's all opened up. It's falling apart. For the defenders, balance of power does not favour them at all. How many kills are these camels getting? They're on 130 kills, 125 kills, 15 losses. See, it is a deadly unit. It's doing well. Having to pull back now. The defenders can still do it with this cav unit. Oh, the plaza's getting neutralised now. The attackers are here. This is how far they've made it. Carthage coming this way as well to flank this unit. They're done a break at some point. The archers just throwing them in as well, just for more power. This lone guy fighting to the death against a lot of missile units in melee. Took one down. General recently died for Carthage. Oh. With those cataphract charges as well, that could start routing some. Yeah, they're routing. Carthage is routing. It's falling apart for the attackers as well. It's falling apart for Carthage. Can the Galatians handle this? All of the generals still alive. It's just Carthage that lost theirs. These are done a break here. These guys are on 155 kills. They've done a break for those archers. This unit can now push onto the Galatians there. Carthage is in a sticky spot all of a sudden. It's not looking good for them. But then a charging over here with the cataphracts. Yeah, not a good charge. They're down to their final 35 bodyguards. Made it to 200 kills there. Yeah, just hit the 200 there. Did General recently die for the Saba? No, for the boy, wasn't it? And they charged the Galatian General. It's over. He's the final unit left. It's just this general. This is it. This is it. Mr. Romantic, also known as J-Bab Sandberry, representing Parthia's finest. They won the first game, and now they've won the second game. And they win $250 in this tournament. They dominated in the round of 16 in the pool play. They did the same in the round of 8 and the secondary pool play. They won in the semi-finals, and now in the finals, up against the second best team we've got, they got a double 2-0 win. Defensive and offensive. Well done, Parthia's finest, J-Barbs and Berry, our tournament winners for this Round 2 event. Wow. Thank you again to OBG for hosting this and sponsoring this $600 prize pool total. Check out the description down below to take part in future events such as this. We've got the Saba here, 219 kills on the camels, 197 there. The boy, not doing that much, nothing special. 259 there though, that's good. Carthage, infantry doing really well. Cretans, of course, doing excellent as well, and Berry here, his infantry was also good. 328 on those Galatian legionaries, 254, 224, 185, ooh, crazy numbers. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this Round 2 tournament. Again, check out the Discord down below, and you could be competing in these. You don't just have to win as well to make some money in the prize pool. There's many other ways of doing it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next tournament, whenever that may be. But for now, goodbye.